Millions of people have multiple sclerosis or MS, and there is no cure for the disease that impacts the brain and the spinal cord. But one Bay Area company is working to manage the pain that comes with MS. So joining us live right now, the CEO of San Francisco-based Rune Labs, Pepin. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Doing really well. Thanks for inviting me on.
Thank you for being here with us this morning. I know there are so many of us that know at least one person with MS. First off, I would love for you to explain what Rune Labs does.
Yeah. So if you do know somebody with multiple sclerosis or have it yourself, you know that it can be really difficult to get the right blend of therapies and dosing that are working to treat your condition. And also, as you pointed out, that there is no cure. And we're really trying to attack both of those problems by bringing together lots of data, things that are generated as part of routine care, like brain and spine imaging, but also maybe non-traditional things like Apple Watch data, and bringing that all together to find underlying patterns in the disease that can help any individual get optimal care for themselves, but also allow us to work with folks that are developing new therapies and accelerate the time that those can really be available for folks. And some of those therapies might be disease modifying or curative. We call that precision medicine for neurology, or precision neurology, and we've been doing that in Parkinson's for a little while, but we've sort of just announced our program in multiple sclerosis and are excited to be scaling that up now.
Awesome. So Rune Labs is working to at least reduce the pain that comes with the disease, not necessarily to find the cure, or is that maybe the ultimate goal?
Yeah, I mean, we work with a variety of therapies. Some of them manage symptoms, but a lot of the therapies that we're working with that are maybe more forward-looking are in the clinic. And actually, the main focus of this program is to take a therapy that is actually repairing the damage, repairing the underlying disease in MS. Okay. And those therapies are in clinical trials right now, and our technology helps those clinical trials run faster with fewer patients, and then those therapies are ultimately available to more people sooner.
All right, so what is this image that we're seeing here?
Yeah, so as I kind of mentioned, what we do is we take data from a bunch of procedures that are done across the world today. One such procedure is a procedure that's done for folks that are getting spinal cord stimulation, which is traditionally used to treat chronic pain, but also generates a lot of data that really is directly about the spinal cord and is actually really useful for understanding somebody's MS. So this is it's a device-based therapy, and again, as you maybe mentioned, it's used to treat chronic pain, but some folks with MS do get this procedure to manage their pain. But I think the interesting thing is this generates all of this data which isn't being used today, but which we take and then use to understand something fundamental about a person's disease, and then translate that into, what kind of therapy is going to work for them, what kind of dosing, things like that.
Got it. Has this been tested on humans yet?
Yeah, so the nice thing about this procedure is it's done tens of thousands of times every year around the US. It's a really common procedure, and I said the only difference is most of the time when this procedure is done, the data from the procedure is just kind of thrown away and dropped on the floor. And we take that data and we pick it up and we give it all the nice context that you need to understand it, and we actually make it useful for ongoing care.
We have about a minute left, Brian, but I'm curious, why did you decide to focus on multiple sclerosis?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a neurodegenerative condition like Parkinson's, which is the other disease that we work on that affects hundreds of thousands of people. And it's an area where we think we can make an impact. So we like to follow the science with the company. So the data that we collect, we like to make sure that we're working on conditions where that data actually does translate into better results for people, better outcomes, and slowing of disease progression. And MS is one of those areas where we think, hey, what we're doing, our data can really make a difference. And so, we'd like to focus there.
Oh, I really hope it does. I personally know someone with MS, and this would be amazing. So thank you so much for the work you all are doing, Brian, and I appreciate you all joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. We'll be right back.